Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, and Sagittarius Rising. Let's look at what comes out. Watch the video right before this one with your suggested sound. All right. 5 of Disc. Okay. 9 of Cups. Pray for exactly what you want. Pray for exactly what you want. High Priestess. Because you need to say exactly what you'd like to see the story to become. All right? And what is Sagittarius focus on? 7 of Disc. 7 of Disc. But you could be focused on like 7 past lovers. Oh gosh. And what went on in those relationships, what happened. Could be like 7 past relationships as it pertains to your job, your money. 7 of Disc, the Magician, and what you were able to create over the past 7 years, perhaps. What comes of it? The Justice card, so things start to work in your favor. 3 of Wands, the way you've been waiting on them to do so. The Moon card, and there will be some sort of like surprise or mystery associated with the story, because the Moon card is all about the delusions or what cannot be seen while the story is unfolding. Let's see. King of Discs, you becoming your best self though. I keep saying that. Page of Cups, one more. Ace of Swords. It's all about the way you're choosing to navigate now, Sagittarius. And that's why you're in a sort of reflective energy. Like when I said, what were you focused on? You were definitely focused on the past in some way. Something to do with the number 7. Could be like 2018, like what was happening then, 7 years ago. Bottom of the deck now, 4 Disc, Capricorn. But yeah, make sure you're open to take on this new project, this new task, and you bring Knight of Cups. You're going to bring lessons from the past, but don't really like, you know, shape the present in that way, 6 of Disc, because I'm hearing like everybody plays the fool. Sometimes, I don't even know if that's how it goes, that song, but I'm channeling like old school songs today. Listen, whatever happened in the past, like you were a fool in those situations, so you had to learn from them. But it doesn't really like fault you, you just didn't know. As it pertains to money or love. So now you're bringing the lessons and the new perspectives, the new ways to deal with conflict, and it's front and center now. Okay, what can Sagittarius expect? 330 as I got that out. 60. With that 6 and that 0, right, before the numerology becomes 6. And what came out? The 3 of Discs. Like, you don't have to only isolate and then be outside or be social. You can do a mixture of the two, Sagittarius. Like, you can be social and Queen of Disc at the bottom. Capricorn energy is so loud. I'm about to talk for real. 10 of Wands with the Emperor. In fact, you have to be somewhere in between isolated and social, Sagittarius, in order to move forward as your best self, okay? Because with the Emperor card, you become your better version of yourself after you apply these tough lessons that you've had recently. More on the 7 of Discs. I'm really interested in that card. The 4 of Wands and the 10 of Cups. I just said that. So it's like whatever you learned and whatever you're reflective about. It could be 7 exes, 7 years ago, 7 work relationships, 7 boyfriends that you've had. I don't know, right? But once you apply those lessons that you've learned, you're going to choose to just feel satisfaction often. And I'm really excited for you. Okay. Page of Swords. I was thinking how others see you. Ace of Disc. Yeah. So now you seem more vulnerable to new experiences, more available for interaction. But also, because you're learning how to do both, you also don't seem like you're always available for interaction. Like, you do seem like you have projects that you're working on independently. You're focused. You're not busy. Okay, bottom of the deck, guidance card, the Four of Swords. Relax. And that doesn't mean like go hermit. I'm literally saying relax into the energy. You could be outside at a function. What a function. I just heard that. Just relax into that space, right? Everything's cool. Everything's good. More on how Sagittarius can calm the Tower. Just back into it. Omarion has been so loud for like 3 months, and let it change with the Tower card. Ride this flow, because I feel like this is a very new expression for you, Sagittarius. In fact, I've been talking to you for months about this new way of moving, this more disciplined energy, King of Cups, while still being compassionate. You're balancing your idea of the emotions, and it makes sense because you're the wild fire. You're the eldest fire sign. So range and modesty could be a lesson that you're working on. You just need to allow for this change to happen without you being fiery. Just relax. Duality. You can be fiery and you can relax. That's the duality. So ease into this change, okay? What can Sagittarius expect? 2 cards. Temperance, your energy, good. Balance, and Knight of Wands. The duality of the energy. You're figuring that out. And I'm happy that you're growing into that understanding. The Devil card, I was about to say it. Because Capricorn, this is Saturn in Capricorn. It's deeper than Capricorn. It's Saturn in Capricorn energy. When you have Saturn in Capricorn, if you go too much to either side, whether very, very, what were the 2 sides you were expressing? King of Cups, caring, and the Star card focused on the bigger picture, right? And when you're caring, you're sort of focused in the moment, the smaller picture. So there is an in-between as you are approaching your goals. Now it's making more sense to me when I saw that Star card, okay? You need to operate in the 2 fashions that you're considering right now, Sagittarius, as opposites. Whatever that is for you. It could be isolation or being social. It could be being expressive or being more demure. It could be being safe or being like athletic. But you need to find it in between, right? And then you're going to be able to express within both because of the duality, right? So you're going to be expressive and quick-witted, and then you're also going to be balanced because of this idea of duality. All right. Outcome cards. 9 on the timer when I said that. So how does this little story end? Outcome cards. Let's do 2. Okay, 9 of Swords. We already saw the 9. And the 3 of Swords. Yikes. What's at the bottom of the deck? The 7 of Cups. Like, you're going to be... While you relax, don't think about what has happened. Because that's all that's happening here. This person is like, oh my gosh, how could that have happened in the past? Don't think about those thoughts, the Fool card. Just think about what's on the way, what's new. And I really feel like that was a genuine message for you. Because you may not be relaxed right now, which I can see in the cards. When you lay down, when you go to your silent space, relax. Think about what's new and what's on the way.